It's come to my attention that everyone's calling me a troll. Some said even the king of trolls. First of all, I'm flattered. But I'm done with all that. I would never do a deal with DoorDash and quite literally deliver beef when millions of people are watching. I mean, who would do something like that? Don't want to be too obvious. It's all about timing. And I'm always on time. Oh, they sell combs. What a coincidence. No matter what kind of beef you have going on this weekend, remember DoorDash delivers. And you know what goes great with beef? A bottle of this beautiful Branson cognac, aged 4 years or 50 months. Who's keeping count?
In a Super Bowl ad that's already sparking as much buzz as the game itself. 50 Cent isn't just selling snacks, he's serving roast after roast, leaning into his reputation as hip-hop's self-anointed king of trolls. The rapper and entrepreneur teamed up with DoorDash for a cheeky spot that doubles as a masterclass in trolling. With a straight face, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson denies being a provocateur, then proceeds to yank props from a delivery bag that wink at some of his most infamous beefs. There are cheese puffs and combs for Diddy, a children's ABC book aimed at Floyd Mayweather, and a clock that nods to Ja Rule's hit Always on Time. It's part ad, part roast session. An all-classic 50 Cent, turning the Super do taint. Super Bowl's biggest commercial stage into the latest arena for his legendary Feuds, when the lights dimmed and millions of eyes locked onto Super Bowl screens. Nobody expected a commercial to hijack the entire conversation before halftime. But that's exactly what happened when 50 Cent appeared, smirking, calm, and clearly up to something. In just seconds, Curtis Jackson reminded everyone why he's been crowned hip-hop's king of trolls. This wasn't just another celebrity endorsement. It wasn't a safe, polished ad meant to fade into the background of beer commercials and car spots. Instead, 50 Cent turned the most expensive advertising slot in America into a cultural moment packed with inside jokes, subliminal shots, and references only longtime fans would catch. Casual viewers laughed. Social media exploded. And the targets. Some of the biggest names in entertainment and sports. From Diddy to Floyd Mayweather. 50 didn't need to say names. The props spoke volumes. That's what made the humor hit harder. The commercial opens deceptively simple. 50 Cent appears relaxed, almost reflective, insisting he's misunderstood. He claims he's not a troll and that people exaggerate his reputation for chaos. It's classic misdirection, the same technique he's used for years. Pretending innocence, right? For striking with humor. Then he opens the bag. What follows is a rapid-fire sequence of visual punchlines. Each item more than a gag, a callback, a reminder. A flex that says, I remember everything. This wasn't random comedy. This was curated pettiness. The most talked about moment. The nod to Diddy without a word. 50 introduces props fans immediately recognized as references to years of tension and trolling. Over a decade, 50 Cent has kept pressure on Diddy through jokes and captions. The Super Bowl commercial simply elevated that energy to the biggest stage. Timing made it sting. With Diddy's public image already under scrutiny, the joke landed with extra weight. Social media called it diabolical, cold, and classic 50. The silence from Diddy afterward. Just as loud next came Floyd Mayweather, another longtime target of 50's humor. Their friendship-turned feud has played out publicly for years, centered on literacy jokes that Floyd can't shake. In the commercial, a seemingly innocent prop became the punchline. No insult spoken. No name dropped. Just enough for fans to connect the dots. And they did. Screenshots, memes, and reaction videos flooded timelines within minutes. Then, longtime fans noticed a quiet nod to Ja Rule. For newer viewers, it might have gone unnoticed. But anyone who lived through early 2000s hip-hop knew exactly what was happening. This wasn't nostalgia, it was a reminder that 50 Cent never forgets, and he never lets the culture forget either. While others try to distance themselves from old beefs, 50 treats them like trophies. This commercial wasn't about reopening wounds. It was about ownership. These moments are part of my legacy, and I'll use them however What truly separates this ad from typical celebrity spots is how deeply it taps into hip-hop culture. It wasn't written for everyone. It was written for the internet, for fans who understand the layers, the timelines, the history. Brands often struggle when borrowing authenticity. In this case, the brand didn't lead, 50 Cent did. The company gave him a platform, and he delivered something unmistakably him. The humor wasn't watered down. The edge wasn't sanded off. And the message wasn't over-explained. It trusted the audience. The Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's a cultural checkpoint. Appearing there means speaking to multiple generations at once. By leaning into his troll persona at this moment, 50 Cent sent a clear signal. He's not cleaning up his image. He's doubling down at a time when many celebrities walk on eggshells. 50 Cent strolled straight into the spotlight with a grin. He didn't apologize in advance. He didn't soften the jokes. He trusted his audience to get it and himself to handle the reactions. Within minutes, the commercial was trending. Fans paused frames, zoomed in on props, and debated which reference hit hardest. Some called it petty. Others called it genius. Most called it pure 50 Cent. Even viewers unfamiliar with the beefs admitted the ad stood out. In a sea of sentimental stories and predictable humor, this commercial felt alive, unpredictable, layered, and slightly dangerous, exactly how 50 Cent likes it. This Super Bowl moment wasn't an isolated joke. It felt like a statement, a reminder that 50 Cent still controls his narrative. He doesn't wait for interviews or diss tracks. He uses moments, platforms, and timing. If this commercial proved anything, it's that his instincts are razor sharp. And knowing 50 Cent, it's probably not the last time he turns a brand campaign into a cultural chess move. Part 2 will break down each reference, the industry reactions, and why this ad may change how brands view controversial stars forever. By the time the commercial finished airing, it was clear this wasn't just a stunt. 50 Cent had turned a 30-second ad into a masterclass in trolling and cultural commentary. Every prop, every line, every glance was deliberate. Fans on social media immediately began dissecting the references, and each one told a story about past feuds, friendships, and infamous moments that defined 50 Cent's career. Let's start with Diddy. The props aimed at him weren't random. A miniature gold chain and a flashy soda cup seemed harmless on their own, but longtime fans immediately recognized them as subtle digs at past disputes over music deals and public spats. The humor worked because it relied on context. Anyone unaware of the history would have missed the jab entirely, while fans felt a sense of inclusion, like they were in on a private joke. Next up, Floyd Mayweather. The commercial included a children's book, a playful nod to 50 Cent's long-running jokes about Floyd's reading habits. By framing it as a gift from a delivery bag, 50 made it feel casual, almost innocent. But the underlying message was clear. 50 still remembers, and he's not letting the moment pass unnoticed. Unlike a social media post, which can be scrolled past, the Super Bowl ad commanded attention from millions in real time, giving Floyd no easy escape from the reference. Fans also noticed a nod to Ja Rule, a feud that defined the early 2000s hip-hop scene. This reference was quieter, almost Easter egg-like, but deliberate. A clock labeled "Always on Time" sat on the table for just a second, enough for attentive viewers to spot it. It was a reminder that some rivalries never die in hip-hop, and that 50 Cent has a long memory when it comes to those who crossed him. Beyond individual targets, the commercial worked because of its tone and pacing. 50 Cent's delivery was calm, almost too casual, which made the jokes hit harder. He didn't need loud music, over-the-top animations, or slapstick humor to get his point across. The props, the smirk, the timing, all of it was enough. That restraint made the trolling feel sharp rather than messy. A surgical strike instead of a chaotic barrage. Industry insiders have been talking about this ad behind the scenes. Many agree it's a game changer for celebrity endorsements. Usually, brands play it safe, keeping jokes generic and references neutral. But here, the brand leaned fully into 50 Cent's personality. DoorDash didn't just hire him to sell food, they let him take over the narrative, turning the campaign into a cultural moment. That kind of trust between a brand and a celebrity is rare and risky. But when it works, as it did here, the payoff can be enormous. Social media erupted within minutes of the commercial airing. Twitter threads broke down every reference. TikTok creators recreated scenes, memes went viral, and reaction videos flooded YouTube. Fans debated which roast was the coldest, which prop carried the most weight, and who might respond next. Every clip shared, every comment made added to the viral momentum. 50 Cent's timing couldn't have been better. Even casual viewers noticed something different about this ad. It wasn't just funny. It felt alive, almost unpredictable. That unpredictability is key to 50 Cent's trolling strategy. He doesn't telegraph his punches, and he doesn't apologize for them afterward. By bringing that approach to the Super Bowl stage, he blurred the lines between entertainment, marketing, and personal storytelling. There's also a subtle lesson about timing. The Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's a stage where every second is amplified. By choosing this platform, 50 Cent ensured the jokes reached a global audience simultaneously. Unlike Instagram posts or YouTube videos, the ad couldn't be ignored. Everyone watching, from die-hard fans to casual viewers, experienced it in real time, which intensified the reaction. The commercial also sparked conversation about the power of nostalgia in advertising. By referencing past feuds with Diddy, Mayweather, and Ja Rule, 50 Cent reminded audiences why he's still relevant. These weren't random props. They were historical markers, tapping into fans' collective memory. Nostalgia made the humor sharper and created an emotional connection that typical Super Bowl ads often struggle to achieve. Critics noted that the ad could have backfired. Public feuds have a way of turning messy when revisited. But 50 Cent's careful execution measured smirks, deliberate props, precise timing prevented any real controversy. Instead, it created a sense of controlled chaos, edgy enough to go viral, safe enough to avoid backlash. Some industry observers are already calling it one of the most innovative celebrity endorsements in recent memory. By turning a commercial into a platform for personal storytelling and subtle trolling, 50 Cent blurred the lines between marketing and performance art, and given the attention it received, this ad could set a new standard for how brands collaborate with high-profile, personality-driven celebrities. In the end, the Super Bowl commercial succeeded because it was authentic to 50 Cent. Fans know him as fearless, unpredictable, and unapologetically himself. The ad didn't try to soften his image. It didn't ask viewers to like him or forgive him. Instead, it reminded the world why he's the king of trolls and why he continues to dominate pop culture moments. Nearly 2 decades into his career, as the dust settles and memes keep circulating, one thing is clear. This wasn't just a 30-second spot. It was a calculated move, a masterclass in timing, humor, and brand synergy. And for 50 Cent, it's another reminder that when it comes to trolling, he's still in the lead and he's not slowing down anytime soon. Part 3. We'll explore reactions from the celebrities themselves, the social media frenzy, and what this moment means for 50 Cent's future in marketing and entertainment. By the time the commercial finished airing, the internet was ablaze. Memes, reaction videos, and social media threads dissecting every reference circulated within minutes. Fans weren't the only ones talking. Insiders in music, sports, and entertainment began speculating how the targets might respond. Diddy's camp remained quiet initially, fueling further speculation. The subtle jabs in the commercial were calculated, and the silence only added to the tension. Some industry observers suggested this quiet response was strategic. By not reacting publicly, Diddy avoided giving the joke even more attention. Yet the absence of a reply made the trolling feel sharper. 50 Cent thrives in this space, the room between acknowledgement and confrontation. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather's reaction was less visible but equally analyzed. Fans immediately recognized the children's book prop as a nod to old jokes about his reading skills. Social media speculated how Floyd might counter without losing his composure. Many agreed that part of the humor's brilliance was that 50 Cent didn't need a verbal diss. The visual cue was enough. Even Ja Rule fans noticed the subtle, always-on-time reference, sparking conversations about long-standing hip-hop rivalries. While Ja Rule didn't publicly respond, the audience engagement itself proved the point. The commercial wasn't just entertaining, it was cultural commentary. Industry professionals praised 50 Cent's approach as a model for leveraging personal brand and authenticity in advertising. Unlike many celebrity campaigns that sanitize personalities for mass appeal, this ad leaned into 50 Cent's persona fully. Brands often fear backlash when working with edgy celebrities. But here, the risk created reward: massive online engagement, free media coverage, and a moment that will be remembered as a standout in Super Bowl advertising history. The social media explosion was immediate. Twitter threads broke down each prop. TikTok users recreated scenes. Instagram stories tagged friends in reference to Diddy, Mayweather, and Ja Rule. Even casual viewers were compelled to discuss the ad, showing the power of combining humor, nostalgia, and subtle trolling for 50 Cent. The commercial reinforced his reputation as a cultural manipulator in the best sense. He knows how to command attention, how to provoke discussion, and how to balance humor with controversy. This wasn't about hurting anyone. It was about controlling the narrative, entertaining the audience, and reminding the world that he's still relevant in music, sports, and media. The timing of the commercial during the Super Bowl was critical. The event's global reach amplified every detail, every wink, every prop. Millions saw it simultaneously, creating a shared experience that fueled the virality. Unlike a social media post that can be missed, the Super Bowl ensured that 50 Cent's trolling reached a massive audience in real time. This commercial also highlighted a shift in celebrity marketing strategies. Traditionally, brands prefer safe, broad humor that appeals to everyone. 50 Cent's ad proved that niche. Its personality-driven content can outperform generic messaging when executed cleverly. By leaning into his identity as a troll, he transformed a commercial into an event that dominated both the Super Bowl conversation and social media trends. Ultimately, the ad succeeded on multiple levels. It entertained fans, engaged the public, created viral content, and reinforced 50 Cent's personal brand. It was risky, but perfectly timed, meticulously crafted, and unapologetically him. The cultural impact will last beyond the Super Bowl. Memes will persist. References will continue to be dissected, and 50 Cent's status as the king of trolls remains untouchable. For brands, celebrities, and fans, this commercial is a blueprint for boldness, a reminder that authenticity and humor, combined with timing and precision, can turn a 30-second ad into a legendary pop culture moment. And as always, with 50 Cent, fans are left wondering what's next, ready to witness 50 Cent at his absolute best. Don't just scroll past the clips, join the conversation and see why the king of trolls continues to dominate the cultural stage. From subtle digs at Diddy and Floyd Mayweather to Easter eggs only true hip-hop fans catch, this Super Bowl commercial proves that 50 Cent doesn't just sell products, he makes moments. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to his legacy, now's the time to dive in. Watch the commercial, share your favorite roast, and weigh in. Which jab landed hardest? Did the props hit just right? Or were you laughing at the subtle nods to old school beefs? Whatever your take, one thing is undeniable: 50 Cent knows how to command attention. Don't stop there. Follow the latest updates on reactions, memes, and behind-the-scenes stories as fans and celebrities alike continue to react. Engage with the content. Tag friends. It's part of the cultural moment that's already gone viral. Click, watch, share, and join the movement. Experience why 50 Cent isn't just making a commercial. He's making history. The king of trolls is back, and you don't want to miss a second.